Hello everyone, my name is Inder Singh and today we are going to learn a new chapter and the name of the chapter is Building with Bricks and this is the chapter of Maths for class 4. This is the first part of the chapter and this is the true story of Jagriti School which is in Murshidabad of West Bengal. When its building was being made, there were plans to make brick pattern on walls and floors of the school. So the masons Jalal Kalu and PR decided to visit Murshid Kul town to see new brick pattern. So dear students, in the picture you can see the tomb of Murshid Kuli Khan. In the second picture you can see the brick pattern of floor and walls. These patterns are of floors. These patterns are of floors. And if you look at the picture, you can see the walls of the tomb having pattern made from bricks. These walls having pattern made from bricks. If you look at the floor pattern, they are unique in their own way. You can see, can you see the pattern? If you look at this pattern, they are unique in their own way. We will just see these kind of pattern further also. But before showing you pattern, let's do an activity. The activity that we are going to do now is called map reading activity, which means I will teach you how to read a map, how to find or locate different places on the map. For example, here is one question: locate West Bengal in the map. So before starting this activity, we should be aware of the directions. So all of you know very well that there are four directions, that is north, south, east and west. So when you are looking for a place in map, this direction is called north direction. Whenever there is a map this way, this direction is called north direction. And if you go downwards, this direction is called south direction. And if you go this way, this direction is called east direction. And this is called west direction. And this part is called the central part. So you can clearly see that Madhya Pradesh is in the central part of India. Now you can see in the northern part of India, these states come like Jammu Kashmir, Himachal Pradesh, Punjab, Uttarakhand and Haryana. These all states and Delhi also, these all state comes in the northern part of India. Now look at the western part. This is Gujarat. Now look at the eastern part. This side, Odisha and these states will come in the eastern part. Now from here you look, one arrow is going this way. So this part, this whole part, what we call this part, this is called north east. So these states Arunachal Pradesh, Assam, Nagaland, Manipur, Mizoram, Tripura, Meghalaya and Sikkim. All these states are northeastern states. And look here, southern part. These are called southern states of India. For example, this is Andhra Pradesh, this is Karnataka, Kerala and Tamil Nadu. Now Andhra Pradesh is divided to Telangana also. So here Telangana will come. Now moving on to our question, we have to locate West Bengal on this map. So I have cleared some part for you. Now you will see where is West Bengal. Can you see here? This part is West Bengal. See, West Bengal is written here. This is West Bengal. Now many times whenever you are doing reading, so what you should also do, you should also remember the neighboring states also. For example, if I'm going to ask you what are the neighboring states of West Bengal, so your answer will be Bihar, Jharkhand and Odisha. These are the neighboring states of West Bengal. And can you see this? Can you look at this one? This is Bangladesh. This is a country. This is the neighboring country of West Bengal. So I hope you have understood this concept, how to locate West Bengal in the map. So now moving on to the next part. This is a new question. Locate Murshidabad in West Bengal. Now what we have done, we have just located West Bengal in India. Now we are going to do what? We are going to locate Murshidabad in West Bengal. So I'm going to show you the map of West Bengal. So look here, this is the map of West Bengal, and look here carefully, this is the map of India, and this red part that is shown, this is West Bengal. Now as you can see, these all are the districts of West Bengal, and this is the map of West Bengal state. Now what is the capital of West Bengal? Yes, the capital of West Bengal is Kolkata. Can you see Kolkata? Yes, this is the capital of West Bengal. Now we have to locate Murshidabad in West Bengal, and it is already located with a blue color mark, as you can see here. This is Murshidabad. This is Murshidabad. I hope you can easily find out new places or new district, or you can easily locate any place in any map. Now moving on to the next part. What is pattern? Pattern are arrangements of things that repeat in a logical way. Basically, patterns are arrangements of anything that is getting repeated in a logical way. For example, look at this picture. You can see different colors are getting repeated and they are forming a pattern. Here also you can see, in this picture also, you can see a zigzag pattern is being formed. A zigzag pattern is being formed like this. So this is zigzag pattern here. And apart from this, you can also see triangles are also formed. These triangles are also formed here. So these, what is this? Basically, these things are patterns that they are repeated in a logical way. For example, look at the next picture. Leaves are repeated. Certain pictures are repeated. Clock and bow tie and certain other pictures are repeated. Now in this picture, hearts are repeated again and again. Here this is a tiger print and these prints are repeated. These prints are repeated again and again. So I hope you understand what is pattern. So moving on to the next part. Now I'm going to show you the patterns. Now we are going to see the brick patterns, different kind of patterns that are being made from bricks. So look at this first picture. In this picture you can see a pattern made from the brick. This is also a pattern made from the brick. So all these patterns are made from the bricks and they are unique in their own way. For example, if you talk about this pattern, this pattern, this pattern, this pattern and this pattern. These patterns are used on the floors of the house and this pattern is for the walls. Am I right? Now you look here, this pattern is again zigzag pattern. This pattern is commonly used everywhere in so many things you will find this kind of pattern. Now you look here, bricks are arranged horizontally then vertically. Now they have formed circular semicircle kind of thing with the help of bricks. Now what they have done, they have made rectangles and they have increased the rectangles. They keep on increasing the rectangles. See this is the biggest, this is the rectangle. Now they have also decreased the rectangle size with the help of bricks. So in this way they have made certain patterns. If you look here also, see what they have done, like they have made this kind of pattern. Now moving on to the next part, you can see these are 11 patterns that are being made with the help of bricks also, and all these patterns are there in your maths notebook. Basically these pictures are being taken from, I have taken these pictures from your maths notebook itself. So you look at the pattern number A, like this way it is getting closed, then bricks put are like horizontal and vertical. Now you look here, again cross, and like symbol of plus, like these all patterns. Now again you see here, this is again zigzag pattern is coming again. Now horizontal and vertical pattern. Now this, like this look like a sun, and rays are getting out of it. So all the patterns are different and unique in their own way. And you know one thing, like when these masons they are making these patterns, they are also taking one thing in their mind, like whenever they are making these patterns with the help of brick, these patterns are so strong that they can't be removed easily. We can't take the bricks out very easily. Why? Because the bricks they are getting interlocked with each other. Now you look at this pattern, this is circular pattern, and you look at this pattern. Can you see something here in this pattern? Now you see a symbol of swastik in this pattern. Now you look here, this way crossed, here again vertical, horizontal. Now moving on to the next part. A wall that will not fall. Now I'm going to show you a picture. Janab and Munia. Janab and Munia, they have prepared walls in their own way. They have used their own patterns. Janab says her wall will not fall easily. Janab says that this wall will not fall easily. So, do you agree with Janab? What do you think? What do you think? Like, whatever Janab says, what do you think? Which wall will be stronger? Think about it. Now, look here. If you look carefully in this picture, you can see the bricks are they are like, you look at this brick, or you can take an example of this brick. These two bricks, for example this brick, I take this brick as an example. If I take this brick as an example, you can see this brick is covered by this brick, and this brick and this brick. And if we are going to increase this pattern, like one brick is also coming here, one more brick is also coming here, so this brick and this brick will also cover this brick. So in this way these bricks are getting interlocked. But you look here at Munia's pattern, you look here, or you can look this way also. So if I'm going to push this way, from here if I'm going to push, what will happen? From here these three bricks will easily fall down. But here if I'm going to push, what will happen? It will be very difficult for me to even push this wall, this brick, or this brick. So in this way Janab's wall will be strong as compared to Munia's wall. So moving on to the next part. Now in this part we are going to talk about a shape. Why we are going to talk about a shape? Because whatever pattern or whatever we have studied till now, like pattern we have studied, these patterns are formed with the help of shapes only. So outline of a thing is called shape. Anything, if we take the outline of that thing, that is called shape. For example, if I'm going to draw something here, like I have drawn a triangle. So how you come to know that this is a triangle? Because if you look at the outline of this shape, and if you look at the outline of this shape, and this shape is given a name that is called triangle. I hope you understood my point. Now talking about geometric figures, like I'm telling you about shape only. A geometric figures such as square, triangle or rectangles or etc. or and other figures also, they are also called shapes. Now I told you that what is a shape. Now basically shapes are of two types. One is open shape, another is closed shape. I think all of you have done this earlier also, but okay, let us discuss this thing also. What is an open shape and what is a closed shape? If you look at this picture, this part, open part carefully. If you look at this open part carefully, all these pictures, this picture, this picture, this picture, this picture, this picture, this picture, are not completely closed. They are having some space so that anything can come inside it and anything can go outside of it. Am I right? I can go from here and I can come out from here. I can go from here, I can come out from here. I can go from here, I can come out from here. I can go from here, I can come out from here. I can go from here and I can come out from here. In the same way, I can go from here and I can come out from here. So this way, all these shapes are opened from certain places. That's why these shapes are called opened space shapes. Now look at the next part, that is closed shape. If you look carefully at these shapes, you'll see all these shapes are closed from each and every point. They don't have a starting point or ending point. Why I'm saying like starting point and ending point? You got confused? Okay. Like if you talk about this circle, when I started drawing it, from where I have started, can you tell me? Okay, you can tell me like when I started drawing this triangle, from where I have started. Okay, you are saying like I have started from here, but I say I started from here like this. So basically, if you talk about these closed shape, you should know that they don't have a starting point or ending point, or you can say they have the same starting point or the same ending point. You can see these closed figure. This is circle, triangle, square, rectangle, hexagon, and this is, what is this? This is a rhombus, and this is four-sided figure. That is why this is called quadrilateral, that we are going to study about now. Okay. Now we are going to study, we have studied about the shapes. We have studied about the shapes, open shape and closed shape. Now we are going to study about two-dimensional shapes. Two-dimensional shapes, also known as 2D shapes, are simple figures which have length and breadth, but they don't have height. For example, you look at these pictures. Can you see this circle? This circle? Okay, when we talk about this circle, you can see that it has length and breadth, but can you see the height? Because there is no height, you can't see it. In the same way, you look at the next picture, that is rectangle. Can you see this? This is the length and this is the breadth. In the same way, these sides of the triangles also, this is the length and this is the breadth. This oval shape also length and breadth. Octagon also, they have length and breadth. Length and breadth is there. So if you look carefully at all these figures, be it heptagon, rhombus, pentagon, hexagon or kite, they all are 2D shapes, two-dimensional shapes. They have length and breadth only. They don't have height. Now I'm going to circle certain figures like rectangle, rhombus, square and kite. Now you look at these four figures. Can you see these four figures that I have circled? Why I circled these four figures, I'm going to tell you now. Can you see like how many sides are there? Like this is having 1, 2, 3 and 4. This also 1, 2, 3 and 4. This one also 1, 2, 3 and 4. This one also 1, 2, 3 and 4. So all four of these four figures having four sides. So they are called quadri. They are called, four means quadri and lateral means side. Lateral means side. So these four figures are this one, rectangle, rhombus, square and kite. These are the example of quadrilateral. So moving on to the next part. Understanding polygon. Now we have seen certain 2D figures, like we have seen there, like octagon was there, heptagon was there, quadrilateral was there, triangle was there. Now we are going to see what do you mean by polygon. Polygon, basically this word polygon is taken from combination of two Greek words, which means poly means many and gon means angles. Any figure that is having many angles is called polygon. You look at the figures. For example, you look at this first figure. This is triangle. We all know it very well. Tri. Tri means three. Angle means angle. So you look at this figure. One angle, two angle and three angle. So this figure is having three angles and three sides also. 1, 2, 3. So that's why this figure is called triangle. For in the same way, I just told you about quadrilateral. See, this is quadrilateral. Quadri and lateral. So quadri means 4. Quadri means 4. Tri means 3. Quadri means 4. Lateral means side. So it is having 3 sides. 1, 2, 3 or 4. So this figure is having 4 sides. That's why this is called quadri. 4 lateral means side. Quadrilateral. In the same way, you look at the next figure, pentagon. So when you look here, penta means 5. Penta means 5. Penta means 5 and gon means, I told you, angles. So you look here, 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5. So, and you also look at one point also, you should take care of it. The number of angles are equal to number of sides also. Like all this figure, in this figure, this is having 4 sides and 4 angles, 1, 2, 3, 4. In the same way, this, look at this pentagon also. It is also having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 angles and 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 sides. In the same way, this is called hexa. Hexa means 6 angles, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hexa means 6, gon means angle. So hexagon, heptagon 7, heptaphor 7, heptaphor 7, octaphor 8, nonaphor 9 and decaphor 10. So you can easily remember these things, like tri 3. Tri stands for 3, quadri stands for 4, penta stands for 5, hexa stands for 6, hepta stands for 7, octa stands for 8, nona stands for 9 and deca stands for 10. If I ask you something and if I ask you to draw hexagon, can you draw it now? Yes, it is very easy. Hexa means 6, gon means angle or sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. In this way I have drawn this hexagon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So this is hexagon. Can you see? So you can also draw polygons now. I hope you understand the concept of polygon. Now moving on to the next part. Now we have just studied about 2D figures. Now we are going to study about 3D figures. 3D shapes or figures are also known as three-dimensional shapes. Figures which have length, breadth and height. So in two-dimensional figures or shapes, we don't have height, but in three-dimensional figures, we have height also. For example, I'm going to show you the pictures of some 3D figures. Can you see the pictures? Okay, all of you have heard the name 3D. All of you have seen 3D movies. Yes, I think you have seen 3D movies also. You can see like objects are coming at you. Have you seen the movies? Like one movie just came, Aladdin movie was 3D movie. Tanaji was also 3D movie. If you have seen those movies, like in this theater hall or cinema hall, you have seen those movies by, like, if you wear those 3D glasses, you have experienced one thing, that like things are coming at you. So that is something that is called 3D effect. Now look at this figure. This is cylinder. In your house there is cylinder. You can see the shape of the cylinder also. That is 3D. Football you have with you. You have seen football, cricket ball. That is spherical in shape. Cube. You must be playing Ludo. That is cubical in shape. That Ludo dice dice is cubical in shape. Cuboid, the room in which you are sitting right now, if you look carefully, it is in the shape of cuboid. Now I'm going to tell you about these three-dimensional figure, but we will not talk about cylinder and sphere, because when you grow up you will talk about these figures. I'm just going to give you uh, just small knowledge about cube and cuboid, so that you can understand these two things easily. Now this is a cube. Can you see the picture? This is called length. What is this? Length. This is length. This is also length. This is also length, and this is also length. So this is length. This is breadth, 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 and breadth. And this is height, 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 height. So this figure is having three things: length, breadth, and height. For example, if you are sitting in your room right now, you just look at the corner down of your room. You can see like this part you can see in your room. So what is this? This is breadth, this is length, and this is height. In the same way, so I hope you understood the concept of length, breadth, and height. But we are talking about cube. So cube, length, breadth, and height are equal. For example, if this is 2 centimeter, 3 centimeter, 10 centimeter, whatever, this breadth will also be 2 centimeter, 3 centimeter, and this height will also be same. For example, this is 2 meter, breadth will be 2 meter, and height will also be 2 meter. You understand? Length, breadth, and height of a cube are always same. Now I told you about length, breadth, and height of cube. Now there are certain things in a cube or cuboid. We should also know these things. Now you look at, now here like something is written. The first thing that is written is face. Can you see face written in the picture? Can you see? Yes. Here, this is face. So what is face? What is face of a cube? You look here, this part, upper part, side part, downside part, this side part, back side part. So all these are called face of a cube. So in this cube, how many faces are there? Can you tell me? How many faces are there in this cube? If I'm going to ask you. Okay, let me write for you. For example, this is 1, this is 2, back side, this 3, downside 4, this side 5, and this front, this one, this is 6. So how many faces are there? 6 faces. So in a cube we have 6 faces. In a cube we have 6 faces. Now moving on to the next part, that is called vertex. What is vertex? Vertex is a point where these line meet, like this length, breadth and height. This is meeting here. This is called vertex. 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 And this is called vertex. And this is called vertex. So how many vertex are there? Can you count? There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8 vertex in a cube. Okay, and what do you mean by edge? Face you understood, vertex you understood, edge very easily. Edge is also very easy to understood. You look here carefully. It is very easy to understood better. What is edge? If I talk about edges, edge is the part where face meet. For example, this face meet this face here. So this is one edge. In the same way, this face meet here, two face, or second edge, third edge, fourth edge, fifth edge. So you can see how many edges are there. Very easy to understand. You just look here. Let me tick for you. This is one edge. This is second, third, fourth. Upside 4, downside 1, 2, 3, 4. 4, 4, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12. So how many edges are there? 12 edges are there. 6 faces are there. Vertex 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. How many vertex are there? 8 vertex are there. So in cube or cuboid, we have same 6 face, 12 edges and 8 vertices or vertex. Now we'll see the cuboid also. See, I told you face, vertex and edges we have done. Now look here. This is cuboid. There is no difference between cube and cuboid, but the only difference is of length, breadth and height. See, length, breadth and height. Length, breadth and height are not equal. In cube they are equal, but in cuboid they are not equal. If this is 5 centimeter, This can be 6 centimeter or this can be 2 centimeter, anything, but they are not equal. If they are equal, this is a cube. Understand? If length, breadth and height are equal, cuboid will become a cube. If length, breadth and height are equal, cuboid will become a cube. Okay. But if length, breadth and height are not equal, this is a cuboid. Else face 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and downward 6. 6 face, vertex 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 vertex. Same thing, everything will be same. Other things are same, but only height, weight, length, breadth and height are different. If height, length and breadth are same, cuboid will become a cube. I told you about it. I hope you understand about cube and cuboid now. Now we talk about brick. What is brick? Brick is cuboidal in shape. Brick is cuboidal in shape. Brick have a shape of cuboid. Can you see this brick? The shape of this brick is cuboid. Can you see? Length, breadth and height. So the shape of this brick is cuboid. It is cuboidal in shape. It has 6 faces. Now I told you cube or cuboid have how many faces? 6 faces. In the same way, this brick will have 6 faces. 1 face, 2 face, 3 face. 1 in front of it, this side. 1 downside, 1 this side. So it will have 6 faces. How many faces are there? In a brick, 6 faces are there. How many faces are there, beta? 6 faces are there. Okay. Now this is like you have a name. Like you have a name, in the same way, your body parts also have a name. Your hands, eyes, and all the other parts also have name. In the same way, bricks have different part, and the name of these parts are different. For example, this upper part is called bed, and the downside part is also called bed. This is called stretcher because it is getting stretched. This way this is getting stretched, so it is called stretcher. And this is called header. This is the head. So here this is header, downside, backside here, behind this here is header, stretcher here. In the same way, stretcher is this side, bed is this side, and in the same way downside is bed. So these are the parts of brick. Side parts are called stretcher, I told you. Side parts are called stretcher. Frontal parts are called, frontal parts are called header. You understood? Now we are doing some activities, like we have completed the whatever I have to cube, I have done it. Now I'm going to conduct some activities for you so that we can easily recapitulate it. So in these pictures you can see different faces of a brick. Can you see? these these are the bricks, and these are they have different face. This is one of the face. For example, this is one face, second face, third face. This is one face, second face, third face. So these are all are the faces of bricks. So how many faces does a brick have? I'm not going to tell you the answer for these things, because these are the activities that you have to done by yourself. So what you will do when you will play, when like you are playing this video, you can have screenshot of this part, and you can do it at your home in your notebook. How many faces does a brick have? Second, is any face a square? You have to tell me like whether like uh, any face of a brick is a square in shape. Which is the smallest face of the brick? You have to remember we have done three faces. We have done different parts name of the brick na? Bed, header and stretcher. So which is the smallest face of the brick? You have to give that answer. Take one brick and measure how long, wide and high it is. Okay. So these are the picture of brick. So what you have to do, you have to take one brick and you have to measure its length, breadth and height with the help of scale, and you have to write here. You have to write here the length, breadth and height of the brick. Okay. Can I move on to the next part? Now this is activity number 2. Now you see, I have told you about two-dimensional figure and three-dimensional figure. So in this you have to tell me, or you have to take the face of brick. For example, I'm doing only one part, this one. Can you tell me like this is the face of a brick? Is it the face of a brick? Brick will look like this from any side. Will it look like this? Will it look like this or this or this? You have to tell me. Now see, this is for 2D figure, two-dimensional figure that you have done. Now for three-dimensional figure, you have to tell me whether brick will look like this, 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 this or this. So you have to do these activities by your own. What you will do, I told you earlier also, while you are playing this video, you can do it very well. You can take the screenshot and you can do it. Can you make a drawing of brick which shows 4 of its faces? You have to try to draw it. The open and closed figure, you have to find which is open and you have to find which is closed. You have to tick and you have to do it yourself. Now activity number 4. This is the last activity. A brick has how many edges? You have to tell me. A square has how many sides? A rectangle has how many corners? A soap has how many faces? A cuboidal box has how many corners? A brick is a figure. Brick is a dash figure. Brick is a dash figure. किस तरीके की figure है? 2D figure है या 3D figure? Whether brick is a two-dimensional figure or three-dimensional figure, you have to give answer for it. And for this question, a cuboidal box has corners. Corners mean vertex. Corners mean vertices also. Vertex. Okay. You studied about vertex. So how many vertex are there? You have to tell. Okay. And the last question. Murshidabad is located in dash in India. Where in India Murshidabad is located? You have to do these 4 activities at your home. You can take out the print, or you can take the screenshot of these activities and you can do it very well. Okay, thank you and have a nice day.